up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing at Dino Hills Disc Golf Farm. We're playing the temporary layout for the Trace Rios Triples event that I'm TDing in a couple of days. So I just wanted to check it out and do a little preview video for y'all. A little selfish plug. 18 holes, par 57, 5,800 feet, so it is not short. Starting off hole 1, par 3, 379 feet. There's OB on the right, and there's parking on the left. So going from up top, like all the other layouts at Dino Hills, that tree canopy is kind of there for you. And if you throw a turnover, this is what it'll look like, or can look like. It's Fission Wave, first throw out of the car. Just to beat the heat, we didn't play the putt-putt to warm up. We kind of did some stretching, and I ended up over here, caught this cedar branch and dropped safe. A little short. The basket's in that bowl behind the tree. Here's a look at the fairway backwards. I'm going to try and do that more often, but to be honest, I think there's only a couple times in this video. So, hole 2, par 3, 250 feet, playing up part of the driveway. Don't expect this hole to last forever, but maybe it will. Who knows? I'm going Grackle here. It's going to be the closest thing. The eye bag that's going to be similar to that servo, the MVP fairway driver people are going to be throwing this weekend. And there are still spots available, so if you or any of your friends want to come play it, I'll put the registration link in the description. That was an FD, and we're zooming in on the basket. This one's a little rickety, kind of held up with some rocks. But that's why it's the temp course.
We're on hole 2.
Up next, hole 3, par 4, 545 feet. It does not dogleg as hard as that map indicates. But I've got good footage of it, you'll see.
And try and get it on Annie to start.
Probably one of my favorite holes on the entire property, honestly. So, didn't throw this how I wanted to. If it would have came out of my hand with a little Annie, would have fought around that tree, and then
I thought it was like gone.
I maybe would have been looking right down at the basket.
So I'm gonna have to get Annie just to get to that spot where you are.
If you're watching this and you're not sure what the MVP Circuit Challenge is, it's an event series that they do. Real quick, zooming in on where the basket kind of is. It's below eye level. This glitch shot, if it kept turning instead of getting straight and hyzering out, that maybe would have gone in.
I was out a little early, but you should be good to the putt.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with the MVP Circuit Challenge, it's a 3-disc challenge series that they put on in the summer. I ran it almost as early as possible just to kind of beat the heat. It is going to be warm, but you get a fairway driver, a mid-range, and a putt and approach disc. Hole 4, par 4, 456 feet. The cool thing Brandon's doing out here is mowing, so kind of first cut, second cut sort of thing. We're not painting or roping any OB.
That is in the rough.
So I'm going to have an abbreviated run-up, if any run-up at all over there, but I'm not out of bounds. On the OB is going to be the property line.
Wow, that just fell out of the sky.
It did, but it's in the fairway.
Yep.
So I am actually pin high here, but very obstructed from the basket. It's a really kind of protected green. You do not want to be early left off the tee. It is it's bad news. Yeah, very obstructed green. Yeah, so 3-disc challenge series, and we're doing it triples just because this is kind of a long course. 368 feet for hole 5 here. And yeah, it should be a super good time. I think there's room for like 4 or 5 more teams left, so tell your friends. It's $40 per individual, and plus green fees. But you get a 3-disc player pack. Release is a little weird today, but still having fun. You might be wondering if this is the preview video for the Trace Rios triples, an MVP circuit challenge. Why am I not playing with the 3 discs? Well, because I might end up playing.
Fairway.
Since it is triples and there are some singles and some doubles signed up, I may end up hopping on a team. So, I honestly have been throwing the Axiom Tempo a little bit, but I haven't thrown the mid or the fairway driver at all because it turns out I might end up playing. Hole 6, par 3, 284 feet. Map is a little deceiving here. It is, in fact, perfectly in line with this mow line that you're going to see. So I'm trying to go goat and go around these trees, which I successfully do. A little right of where I wanted to be, but I thought I was going to be in the circle still. This FD shot that's straight and gets right under those trees.
Oh, did okay, then hit. I think it hit.
Yeah, and I had to lower my tripod to get this camera angle underneath the trees. It is a low ceiling to access this green. And out where I'm at, you can't even see the basket.
Late release.
Hole 7, par 3, 330 feet. When you hit the line, this is one of the most gratifying holes on the course, I think. But when you don't, it is oh so punishing over there.
Right shape.
The good news is none of the discs in the players pack are flippy, so this is probably going to be a pitch up forehand for the righty players. Unless you got a lefty on your team, then you're going to be sitting
A
pretty.
little lower than I wanted, but that is exactly what I want.
Yeah, very nice. We're not even going to watch my shots because it was Suffer City over there. Ideally, you'd like to be, closer than jump putting, but
Nice up.
put it right in the middle. That's what you want. Hole 8, par 3, 360 feet. You may remember this one as the hanging basket hole in the past on one of the iterations of this course. It has a whole real basket now. Tunnel shot uphill, property line OB on the left.
Heck yeah, dude.
The MD3 right up the gut.
Nice shot.
Depending on what hole you start on, the Streamline Runway in Electron plastic. It's going to start out like an MD4, but it might be an MD3 by the time you get to hole 8. This is a Hex high. Little baby sweeping hyzer. Still worked out, but you can see you want to punch it a little further up the tunnel, or be shorter, honestly, just to not be behind that tree. And again, these tall, grassy areas are not OB. They're just kind of punishing because you're not going to have a run up. Hole 9, the peace hole, 326 feet. On the map here, you can see a big peace sign and rocks. It's kind of cool. Can't really see it in the video, though, because it is not mowed for obvious reasons. Jackalope here. Did not flip, unfortunately. This hill is very uphill. Proton Photon.
That's what I wanted to do. Wider.
I don't know what's going on with my follow through. It's all spinny. Scared some birds in the bush I landed in. Had a good line on the basket, just, this bush got in the way. No chance. Hole 10, 225 feet. A little shorter and super duper downhill. So, putter shot, thumber shot, tomahawk shot. Fortunately, this turned into a thumber roller. Rolled right past the basket.
I think it's curling up. Yeah, that makes sense how that turned into a roller.
Justin's got his MD3 back in his hands.
Oh, that's going far.
Barely through it.
Oh my gosh. Did you see the shadow?
Star frame.
Hole 11, 2, 3, 4 feet. Tight gap off the tee, low ceiling.
Time.
Huh?
Would be the time you throw it in.
One sublime grackle, just to make sure it's underneath all the little dangly branches up high.
Stiff, but I think you're good.
Thought I skidded a little closer to the basket than I did, but that's okay.
Oh, I did not.
Hard to see those on the camera because it blends in with that tree behind the basket, but yeah, lots of grabby stuff. I had a tailwind too. I thought that was going to drop. Hole 12, 251 feet. Also a low ceiling tunnel shot, but uphill. That's definitely the worst tee shot I've ever had on this hole, but ever since this branch cracked and started touching the ground to form an arch, this hole has had my number. I do really like this hole though.
Jackalope?
Yeah, wish I would have turned a little more, but
Yeah, so that's pretty good. It made it to about here. He didn't realize how bad my following shots were, and he played out of order, so I missed him finishing out the hole, but... Hole 13, 250 feet. Super hard dogleg right. Tall trees, though, so it kind of well, I mean, if you have a big thumber, I guess it's in play, but it kind of takes thumber out. Makes it definitely a forehand hole. And that was 2 straight.
wow.
Almost was really bad. I'm just barely obstructed. About pin high. 80 to 100 feet up the hill. Yeah, not too bad. Definitely played that one worse. Hole 14, 127 feet. I 3'd this hole. I'm just going to give you a spoiler. I 3'd this hole. It's very discouraging. We had a right to left crosswind.
That stinks.
I almost throw in this sweet little turbo putt though. Almost, I guess. But Justin got the 2, so at least one of us did. Hole 15, 485 feet. This hole... This is a cool hole. So you're kind of towards the top of the hill, throwing flat, maybe a little bit downhill, not much though. So I'm going goat. Going nice and high. I would have liked it to hang out a little more to the right, or maybe even stand up because I'm obstructed behind this bush.
Oh, she knows up.
So that was a zone attempt. Starting to get kind of windy, which is why I bumped up in stability. Zone again.
Slide mode.
The basket is
It was the perfect line to go exactly where I
hidden
wanted.
back here among the cedars. Hole 16, 454 feet. This is a par 4 and has a double Amando 15 feet short of the bucket. Since this will be an unsanctioned event, the Mando rules are going to be a little unique. So you can't cheat code the hole like this.
Oh, that's
I fully did not intend to get a hold of that disc that much,
exactly why I threw that disc.
it sailed past the Mandos, past the basket. Which, if we were playing a sanctioned event,
Come on.
we would have to
I wanted to.
just go to the Mando drop zone, which is kind of
There it is.
unfair.
I may have missed the Mando long.
So
We're gonna pretend like it
how
is.
the Mando is going to play is you must pass through it. So even if, like, from where Justin is with his cart, he misses the Mando, he then has to shoot backwards.
Not great,
and
but not bad.
back through the Mando again.
No, there's no way to make.
Little house rules thing. So yeah, you can see the basket. just threw the double mandos there. This is the only camera angle you're going to get. I should have moved it so you could see them, but I'm going to walk right through the double mandos. If I reached my arms out, I'd be able to touch both of them. But that's another reason why this is triples, to make things like that a little easier. 226 feet for hole 17. There is an over-the-top shot that some people will feel gutsy enough to attack with the servo.
I think that would flip.
Most cards are probably going to throw the low straight gap. And this almost is too high.
Oh, you lucky man.
That was really good. What do you mean?
You barely missed that branch and went through the hole up top.
If you're short and down in the creek bed, you can't see the basket. This is what you're going to see.
Oh, now it's put over there.
Fun.
I think I'm just thinking more of like...
And there's the green. Hole 18, 332 feet, par 3. This is a... It's only 332 feet. It feels longer. It's a tunnel shot. Not a really high ceiling. I can't believe I did that. It is buried. So I'm going to move the camera so you can see the fairway. The basket is hanging back there. I'm playing off the fairway on the right side. You'll kind of see a disc skipping through here, but there's the fairway, and the basket is hanging.
The freaking basket's not in there. No, it's not.
Taking a
So,
knee
you gotta
because
count
there's
them
a
for
low
less than the
ceiling
assembly.
relative to the basket. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you out there on Sunday, July 9th for the MVP Trace Rios triple. So thanks for watching. We'll see you out there.